The studio is still a mess, and it might forever be one. I'm gonna do the mic just in case it's crazy. So I'm having a whole, I be going through shit. I be straight up going through shit. And so I'm really a person who's inspired by space. And like when I see a space, I get ideas. I'm like, okay, what can I do with a space? It feels kind of like ridiculous to even say, so like I'm not even gonna say it, but pretty much I feel like the space is beautiful and I'm super grateful for the space, and I want to take advantage of the character of the studio. Like it's like the brick walls and the beams, and I'm like, man, there could just really be a dope like photo shoot in here. Like I could see like a concept, you know, like some sort of campaign, you know. And I've kind of been missing, I want to like, I'm still figuring out like where I'm gonna be with everything. I'm still working on paintings back there. Like I've been in a good space actually. Like I'm about to just like speak life over myself, like period. Okay, when the age is just like creating our own affirmations on the go. So I've been working through the evolution of day by day. Okay, day by day, and I'm embracing that. Like that's what it is, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing. That's literally a part of my role as an artist and a creator, is to continuously evolve, continuously to grow, and to continuously discover where I want to be and what I want to do. I feel like we're in a new era of artistry, and it can feel bleak, honestly. This is kind of just me being, I mean, first of all, I'm always honest, so I'm just like, this is literally diary of an artist. So just be like the real stuff that I'm going through, and it can feel bleak these days with everything with AI art, the digital revolution of things. I'm feeling the shifts, okay? I'm sure y'all been seeing the shifts, everything that's going on with Instagram and some of the other, what's the new app? The Kara app. And I did sign up for that. I am pausing Instagram, which I'm going to come back. Like, it's just like, I just needed a moment to like really reflect and figure out what I want to do personally without sort of hearing the outside noise of the world, you know? And so with everything that's going on, it can feel bleak if I let myself be bleak. But then the other perspective that I was having is like, you know what? Actually, this is such an incredible time to be an artist. Like there's really no roadmap, which can be scary, right? Like you in the unknown, so you really don't know what to do, like where to go. And that's kind of how I've been feeling. So in that, I've just been like, you know what, Aramis, you can literally do it however you want to do it. You know, you don't have to adopt a traditional model where it's like, oh, like I have to have gallery representation, or like I have to paint only on canvas, or oh, I have to do an art show in order to be a real artist or a professional artist or a traditional artist, whatever. Like I can literally do whatever I want. And like recently I had went home to Chicago. Like shout out to the Chi-Town fam, okay? Like they always just encourage me and like fuel my soul, and like seeing my family and my friends and my mom, and like of course my mom's my family, but like whatever. I feel like my mom is like in a category all of her own. But just like seeing my family have my work around their home is just like, oh my God, like I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful for my family. I feel like they've been A1 since day one. Like my family have been supporting me and rocking with me. Like they have been like, they were literally like my first customers, my first shoppers. Okay. My mom got the shower curtain in her house. She got the pillowcases. She got the tote bags, the clutches. Like my mom literally has everything in her home. I think I have like a video, like when I went home, and she got like a whole damn near shrine of like all of my stuff at the crib. But it just really made me, I feel so like grateful to see my work in people's like actual life, you know, like having my mom like open her, like have her little makeup in my clutch bag, you know. And I think for a while I was like, oh man, like, you know, like, I don't know about like the merchy kind of stuff, you know. And I'm like, there's something really magical about like a practical item. You know what I mean? Like, and I think it really came to a moment for me of like even moving out of my studio. Like this is so crazy. Like this is so crazy to even have this perspective. Like moving out of my studio was a journey. it was a journey moving these big paintings. For me, like whenever I feel imposter syndrome, it is a moment to check in with myself and to be like, okay, cool. Like, what's going on? Are you feeling unworthy? Like, what's going on? Like, why do you feel imposter syndrome? And sometimes it's like, oh, girl, like, you need to affirm yourself. Like, no, you belong here. You worthy. Like, all the different things. Like, of course, right? We've gone through the whole healing journey. Okay. It's never complete, but like whatever. But also, do we need to be healing? Like, is it like whatever? I'm in a whole process of that. Like, girl, just accept yourself how you are. So whatever. So also in the midst of accepting myself for who I am and just knowing my process and knowing who I am, part of like, okay, oh, is this what it is? Is this what it is? Oh shit, I just have to know. This is what it is. Okay, I talked about at one point, okay, imposter syndrome versus ignorance. Like, okay, are you an imposter or are you just like ill-informed on a specific topic? Okay, cool. Educate yourself. We got that one. So now the other thing I'm realizing, like, okay, here's another level. Actually, it's not imposter syndrome. It's just like be true to who you are though, you know? And so like when I even think about, okay, let me tell you about this story. Okay. Story time actually is not even like a crazy story, but it is. I think it is funny. It showed me how I have to be my number one customer. I have to be my number one art fan, collector, whatever. And like whatever works for me is something that I genuinely use, you know. And so back in the day, I had launched these bomber jackets. The bomber jackets were super dope. I loved them. They were beautiful. We did a whole photo shoot. My girl, we was up on the rooftop. Shout out to my girl Kamari. Shout out to Jarrell for taking the photos. Okay, like we had a whole vibe. Maybe I'll bring them back at some point. But what I realized about those is that I don't really wear crazy stuff. Like y'all, this is probably like the most fancy. She fancy. Okay, look, she got a little lace top on today. Okay, first of all, it's hot. That's why she half naked today. But anywho, so I'm not really like a fancy kind of person, you know. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, she like to dress up every now and again. She like to, you know, get cute every now and again. But like when it comes down to like everyday use stuff, I kind of like being under the radar. Like I'm already a bit of a statement in myself. Like my hair is already a bit of a statement. Like I'm already enough. Okay, with just regular old me in a white tee. I can come with big energy, you know. So I'm like, so my attire don't really need to say much because I already say enough. Clearly, okay. Clearly she come with the energies. Okay, so I be like, since I'm already enough, no, and not saying like, whatever, y'all get it. I don't have a disclaimer. So I'm like, girl, I didn't really even wear the bomber jacket. It was like to wear this every day, crossing the street, just like walking down Seattle. Like Seattle ain't even that kind of city, okay, to be all dolled up. Maybe if I was in New York or LA or like, I don't know, maybe some fancier place who be doing that. But like in Seattle, like people be wearing gym shoes to the club, okay? They be wearing, and not like no fresh ones, not no fresh Air Force Ones or like looking crispy. No, they be basic out here. Much love to any of my Seattle natives, but like y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Okay, look, you know what it is. Y'all be basic. Y'all be basic. And you know what? I'm a basic bitch too. I like being basic. I like having on a t-shirt and some jeans. Okay, like I'm good on it. So with the bomber jackets, I was like, this is kind of doing the most for me. Like I'm not really gonna wear this. And so I have to do stuff that's practical for me. And what I found in moving out of my old studio, moving into this one, I was like, girl, what are you going to do for the people? And this isn't coming from, because like I've gone through a journey of wanting my work to be accessible and wanting like different things. And I've gone through the healing journey of that. We don't have to rehash that. That might be an old conversation in some old previous video. I don't feel like original paintings need to be accessible. To me, that's no. If you are buying a one of a kind of anything, the price should reflect that. And I have no apologies about that because to me that's just obvious. But when you are making reproductions of something, sure, that's when we get into a more of an affordable range. But what I like, just as like regular old me, Aramis, I like practical stuff. And when I think about the things that I use on a daily, or the things that I wear, or the things that I enjoy, I'm usually only seeing giant paintings like that when I go to museums, which is great. And I've exhibited in museums. I want to continue to exhibit in museums. But also when I think about like just the daily use of things, I still just want the world to be able to enjoy my art even outside of a gallery or museum experience. And so I feel like I've been missing that. Like I kind of like paused. I don't know if y'all kind of been noticing, like even on a channel, I've paused Instagram stuff. I've paused a little bit of my all sort of marketing stuff, all sort of campaigns. Like if you look at some of my older videos, I was really into my online shop and I was selling my prints and I had a whole lot of stuff going on, and that was phenomenal. That was great. I've shifted now into doing like a lot more behind the scenes client work, doing murals, consulting, the 17 income streams that I have as an artist and as artists should have. Okay. We should definitely like diversify the income streams. And so that's what I do. Okay. But when I think about like, okay, cool, we can make these money moves over here with some corporations, with some client work, with some things over here, but what can I make available to the people? And it really inspired me, like going home and seeing my mom and see a family like with all of my merchy items around their house. And I'm like, man, this is something that people can actually experience, they can actually live with, you know? So I'm thinking about bringing some of that stuff back. But I made a video where I talked about my art business is draining my creativity. And so part of that was because I was dependent on the income from the sales on my online shop to cover things, you know, like I kind of got burnt out a little bit from the bureaucracy of contracts and corporations and like working with the city and like a lot of different things that required a W-9 form. Okay. You know, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm tired of y'all with all these shenanigans. Like, I'm just about to do my own thing and go hard on social, go hard online, and go hard with having a more like B2C business, like business to customer, versus like now I feel like I'm sort of back to the B2B, business to business model, where I'm doing more stuff for small business owners, larger corporations, client work and consulting. And so, but the thing is like, in this sort of shift, these past few months have been more the B2B stuff, but I do miss just sharing my work with the world, you know, and like making stuff available where people can like just genuinely have a clutch bag with my artwork on it, you know? And what's exciting is that now that I do have other income streams coming in, I feel like I can bring a more just relaxed atmosphere about it. Like I can get creative with like a marketing campaign with like a holiday launch. Or one year actually 2 years I did the Zodiac gift boxes, and we did the pan sign limited edition prints. Like we did all the things, and that was fun, but it did get stressful. Like as y'all know, the candles were stressful, like all the different things became stressful. But I'm like, okay, girl, I do like making these products. Like it is fun to like design the robe. It was fun creating the design for the candles. It was great creating the clutch bags. And so I want to bring some of that stuff back, but just in a different way. And actually not really maybe in a different way per se, but just like with a different energy, you know? And so that's what like I'm actually excited about. I'm like, this could really be great. And even in the new studio, and just like, it's like so vibey in here. And I'm just like, man, I could just really see some dope photo shoots in here of different campaigns and different products that I want to launch. And so that's what we sort of looking at in the near future. And yeah, let's see what comes of it.